Hey everyone, and welcome to another Albany Senior Academic Committee video. This one is for anyone who is interested in literacy, specifically English. Today's video is going to be on how to write a persuasive essay. The first tip is to start with an engaging topic. No one wants to read an essay about a topic that is boring and has no substance or has very little arguments to go with. So make sure to choose one that you are passionate about and something that is relevant to whomever you're writing it to, whether it be targeting an age group, a culture, a society, etc. Avoid overdone and popular topics if you have nothing new to bring to your essay. You want to make your argument your own opinion. That way it will be as persuasive as possible. The next tip is to choose a position in your argument. Once you've chosen your topic, you want to find out where you stand in the issue. This means whether you are for or against it. Avoid staying in the middle. It can come across as your argument being weak and not having much thought put in it. If it's an issue you are already familiar with, choosing a side should be relatively easy. However, if you're choosing a topic that you've just found out about, put some research into it and find out where you stand. The next step is to do your research and highlight the key points. But before you dive straight into your essay, you want some quality research backing up whatever you say. Don't just research information favoring your opinion. You want to look at all viewpoints and just some general background information about your topic too. This will also give you an idea of what opposing viewpoints look like, giving a reason for what you'll say and strengthening your argument. It is best to avoid a biased review or argument in most cases. However, if you are rebuttaling opposing a viewpoint in your essay, it can be good to have some research from people for and against your topic. Keep your research and save it. You may be required to do a bibliography later on. Now it's time to write your essay. But where do you start? There are many different forms you can write your persuasive essay in, whether it be a research report, an opinion piece, or even as a speech. You'll need to identify which type of essay you are writing and what type of language is most appropriate. For example, if it is a research essay, keep the language formal. If it's an opinion piece, the language will be slightly less formal and more colloquial. If you're writing as a speech, make sure you read the essay out loud after you finish so that it is read aloud like a speech would be. Now I'll just go over some key tips for writing your essay. Start your introduction with a punch. You want to have an opening statement that will shock and immediately engage the reader. Quickly introduce your topic and how it is relevant to your target group, bringing up the points you'll make and making sure you don't drag your introduction on for sentences and sentences. You want it to be short and concise. Ask questions. Making sure you are perceptive in your essay is crucial, especially if you want it to be persuasive. Question the reader throughout the essay to engage them and get them thinking about their own situations. Have an opposing viewpoint. Having a contrasting position in your essay will allow the reader or marker to see that you have assessed the other side and are not taking the first side on a topic you see. It will be clear that you have considered both, making your final decision at the end. Make sure you also respond to the opposing viewpoint. Engage it, don't just throw it into the essay. Finish it off well. Concluding your essay can be the hardest part, and you have to make sure you bring all the points you've brought up into a full circle. Make sure you quickly sum up your points and state your final opinion. It is good to state a lasting sentence that will resonate with the reader as well. If you are writing a research report, you may have had a hypothesis in the beginning. Make sure to state whether your final opinion is similar or different from the initial hypothesis. Those were my top tips on how to write a persuasive essay. Now I will go through on how to use these tips in an example persuasive essay, this one being on teenagers and social media. First thing you have to do is to choose the engaging topic. Teenagers and social media is a very engaging topic that targets a specific age and societal group. It has a lot of substance and a lot of information out there that can help guide me in writing this essay. The next thing to do is choose your position. So in this essay, I am deciding between whether I am for or against teenagers and their use of social media. I've made my clear stance through research and I've decided that I am for teenagers using social media. Then you want to conduct your quality research into the argument. You can use many types of sources such as news articles, statistic blogs or sites, or even opinion pieces that you find on places like New Zealand Herald or stuff.co.nz. Just keep in mind that with opinion pieces there tends to be a lot of bias, which I said previously could be good and could be bad. Now choose the type of format you want your persuasive essay to be in. I've decided to use this as part of my writing portfolio, therefore making it an opinion piece, not a research report. Therefore, keep in mind that the language used will be less formal than a research report and slightly colloquial. When you start writing your essay, you want to have a strong intro statement. The one I have here says, search up the words social media and teenagers onto Google and you will instantly be flooded with millions of results, the majority of them criticizing social media and their effect on teens. This is very strong and you can see that it immediately engages the reader into the essay. The next tip is to ask questions. I have a lot of use of questions in this example, one of them being, maybe the fault lies not in social media itself but the people behind it. It's quite perceptive and gets the reader thinking. The next one is to use opposing viewpoints. A structure I like to use when writing my persuasive essay is to do the first body paragraph of general statistics. It can be very short. The second one on a paragraph against my opinion, and the third one on a paragraph for my opinion. This shows that you've considered all sides of the argument. The last tip is to use a strong conclusion or a strong concluding statement. I've used social media holds the power and the capability for good in teenagers. We must educate instead of hate, help instead of hurt. It is a lasting impression that will get the reader thinking and is a great way to end your essay. After following these tips, you should have a good idea on how to write a persuasive essay, which means you are done. Make sure to get your essay proofread and get feedback from your teachers and to ensure you get the best grade you can. Thanks for watching this video and I hope you learned a lot.